Whoever advised the president to impeach Rigathi Gachagua failed him terribly. Those hard tackles for today. Yo.
Let me give credit where it is due.
Here I come. Oh, here I come. Oh.
There is one promise Mr. William Ruto made to the people of Kenya, and he has delivered 100%. Congratulations, Mr. President. Mr. Ruto, you promised to permanently retire the late Prime Minister, Right Honorable Raila Odinga, in Bondo and finish ODM. You have succeeded in both.
Ile deni tuko naye na mtu ya kitendawili ni vile atafika Bondo. Ama namna gani? Kama ni kwa wheelbarrow, kama ni kwa gari ya moshi, bora afike nyumbani. Ama namna gani?
Odinga is permanently retired in Bondo and ODM is no more.
Majama mimi ni bulanda. Gachagua ni ameamua kuchoma kitu hiko si nini?
2024, during the Gen Z and Sabasaba protests, the government told us that guns were stolen from Kikuyu police station. The truth of the matter is that no guns were stolen. They never left the police station. Those guns were removed from the police records to be available to goons and rogue police officers to carry out illegal attacks and assassination of Kenyans. Look at the classic example of Dr. Victoria Mutiso, who was assassinated on 19th July 2026, and lawyer Matthew Chalo, Bob, on 9th September 2025, by senior police officers in a feud related to personal property. This heinous murder was planned and executed by police officers from Kikuyu police station. This police station, as I've said, is a crime scene and an assassination empire. This is a situation in 4 years William Ruto has achieved to put up an assassination team available for hire by Kenyans who may want to eliminate other Kenyans. Rachel Wandeto was doused with petrol on the allegation of having a tattoo on her breast. CS Kipchumba Murkomen IG Douglas Kaja visited her in hospital. William Ruto vowed that the killers would be arrested. They said her death was motivated by certain political leaders. The scheme was planned and orchestrated by CS Murkomen and a nominated senator. Despite William Ruto having instructed that the killers be arrested, 3 months down the line, nobody has been arrested. Nobody will be arrested because she was killed by the police. The Reverend Dumia Kariuki of PCA Nakuru, a vocal church leader, was killed by Nairobi Sierra, a squad formed by Kipchumba Murkomen to intimidate the PCA church to agree to sell their properties in Mombasa, Nairobi, Kajiado to William Ruto. The U.S. State Department, Bureau of Democracy, Human Rights and Labor, the Kenya National Commission of Human Rights, and the Independent Medical Legal Unit have documented over 700 cumulative cases of extrajudicial killings and forced disappearances across Kenya since late 2022 when William Ruto came to power. And with, of course, notable surge tied to the 2024 Gen Z protests, where 60 young boys and girls were killed. Mr. William Ruto, it is also important to note that alcohol and drug substance abuse is on a record high in the country. And the climax was when William Ruto appointed 2 known drug barons into his cabinet. William Ruto has therefore deliberately allowed the menace to grow in sections of the country that are not politically aligned to him.
Lakini kama unataka kujua kila kitu Riggy ametuambia leo, analyzing Ruto at phone ukweli. Angalia video hao kina Kebali Kebanoko wameharakisha kumujibu. Na sisi tumekuja kumujibu na development track record ya Kasongo. Wamekuja tu kumuattack. Hivyo ndivyo nimejua haki amewafinya proper. Lakini kama kuna kitu najua imeomba kabisa ni yeye amesema the only successful thing Kasongo amefanya ni kufanya Kenya alisema atafanyia baba, kumrudisha Bondo. Hiyo nayo alifanya. Akaguzia kifo ya the late Ngeno. Akasema iko mafuta hiyo ndege yake ilienda kuchukua na hiyo ndio ilifanya huo msee akadai. Wacha nikusho hao watu wamepaniki because mic after mic Junet Iscariot wote Rigathi most corrupt did nyinyi mleta Rigathi corrupt ati mwizi kama nani na nyinyi ndio mko serikali vitu zenye mnafa even hata hakuna kitu mmoja wametuambia yenye Kasongo amefanya. Mimi nilikuwa dhani wanatukuja kutupatia malisti ya data sijui venye wanadanganyanga hizi manamba za Shana every Ruto must go one tap. Riggy finya.
Geoffrey Rigathi Gachagua. That is a very cunning politician. And a politician mwenye, I can now agree that that guy did political science. So my thinking about his address today is not actually with the details. The details I won't go into it. But look at it this way. Rigathi Gachagua realized that the broad-based meeting that was happening in Nakuru yesterday had gotten the limelight and everyone was talking about it. The committee that was planned, and today now was the biggest day for those guys to dive into their plans and the numbers, because everyone was talking about the number of MPs who are there and everything. So Rigathi Gachagua sits down yesterday and sees social media is awash with all those broad-based pictures. The TV is taking the stories as number one. The radios are doing it at number one and says, listen, the second day, these guys will not get any limelight. So he goes ahead and organizes what he calls Ruto at 4. Because I'm meant to believe that today is on 11th. So Ruto at 4 should have been, of course, the day he was sworn in, which was not today. So he decides to come up with a State of the Nation address, but talking about the Ruto achievements, in quotes and quotes, of course, for 4 years. So that the attention can shift from the broad-based conversation to his conversation. And guess what? The guy achieves it, because look at it. Everyone is talking about the allegations about Ngeno's death, allegations about Raila's death, allegations about the CDF's death, and all the other things Rigathi Gachagua has said in the presser this afternoon. Did he achieve that goal? Yes. Is he going to get story number one in media and maybe social media? Of course, yes. Are people going to talk about him? Yes. So it is just a way of silencing the conversation around broad-based and making sure that everyone is talking about him. And that's what he has achieved. So I'm very sure today and tomorrow everyone will be talking about Rigathi Gachagua, DCP, PPP. Mambo broad-based ni kama iliisha jana. That is what it takes to be a political scientist.
We must not forget about our gallant General Francis Ogola, the decorated Top Gun who had a stellar 40-year career in the military and perished in 2024 in an air crash. Unfortunately, to date, Mr. William Ruto, the Commander-in-Chief, has failed to release the aircraft accident investigation report to the country. Kenyans are demanding for answers. General Ogola was not an ordinary citizen. He died in active duty and service to the nation. Mr. William Ruto, what do you know about General Francis Ogola's death? Are you willing to tell the country why you allowed General Francis Ogola to fly in a Bell-Hue helicopter with a questionable mechanical status? The DPP must use his powers and establish an inquest on these unresolved murders over the last 4 years. The people of Kenya have told me to demand on their behalf a public inquest on the death of Raila Odinga and all the high-profile questionable deaths in Kenya that have occurred in the last 4 years of William Ruto's presidency. I therefore call for a public inquest and proper scrutiny of the same.
Regarding General Francis Ogola, are you willing to tell Kenyans why you allowed him to fly in a helicopter with questionable mechanical status? Sitaki kucheka. Hayo maneno si yangu, maneno ya Gachagua. So today he had a press conference and alisema vitu mingi sana. Ile nilishika kabisa ni buy Kenya, build Ruto. So he mentioned a lot of things, a lot of sectors, and in summary what he said is in the 4 years that has been president, that the president has been president, all sectors have been going down the drain now. Little sectors zote, all the way from blue economy, security, fish farming, sugarcane farming, kila kitu. Kama kuwachu go and catch up.
The death of Honorable John Ngeno, the late MP for Emurua Dikil. For the first time, Kenyans must know what happened. I have intelligence information as follows. On the fateful day after Ngeno was dropped at Edebes, the helicopter went to fuel in Eldoret. The pilot didn't know the fuel he was about to put in had been transported to the scene from Lodwar. High alert Kenya revenue officials noticed an unusual car that had carried the jet fuel. It was arrested and the driver questioned. The driver refuted to them that he transported the fuel from Lodwar. Immediately, this KRA official and the police authority stream were instructed from Nairobi to release the driver if they cared about their lives. Is it this fuel that caused the chopper not to pick up in high altitudes? Is that why the pilot first came down and tried again to pick up? These are fundamental questions. What did Kipchumba Murkomen know about the people who called this KRA officer and the police at Eldoret Airstream officials? Can KEA produce the CCTV footage at the facility on this fateful date? We are still waiting for a report on what killed Johana Ngeno.
Wakenya mesikia. Riggy, unataka kusema ni kama hii Kenya imeenda na Kasongo peke yake? Hiyo ile mashamba wa Kenya nawaambia huyu jamaa wamechukua bwana. Hawa ukisikia Riggy akisema ni rap mashamba bwana. Mpaka wanapatia ndovu ile elephant. Wanazipatia sumu, poison. Wanasema zimekula nyanya zenye zimewekwa poison bwana. Ndio wanyakue mashamba. Na ile hali hii mashamba si ya kupatia hasla kama wewe ama kama yule mwingine ama kama mimi, ama kutengenezea wananchi mashule ya watoto ama kutengenezea wananchi mahospitali. Hapana, watu wamechukua mashamba ndio wao wanauza pole wanajenga ile mnasikianga hii inaitwa sijui whatever homes zile kubwa. Wajisaidie. Wacheni niwaambie wa Kenya. Ndio manake tunawaambia mwenye anasema tutam akili yake ni punguani, anastahili kuangaliwa sana ama akili yake inafanya kazi. Wacheni niwaambie. Mpaka na mashamba ni mingi bwana. Na vile wewe unajua hata sasa hivi ukikufa ni kale kashimo ya 3/6. Hiyo mambo yako tunasahau. Oi. Mambo ni mbaya bwana. Sasa wacheni niwaambie. Ile kitu mimi najua. Serikali yenye inakuja, tafadhali, hata kama ni ya nani, hata kama tutachagua nani, itisheni hii mashamba. Itisheni pesa ya wananchi. Ndio hata sisi tusaidike, kwa sababu hata heri mtu kama angekuwa na kama huyu mtu ni mzuri alikuwa hasara, angesema kwa sababu ni maskwota wajenge mahali fulani. Mimi hata nimeshangaa. Pesa ndio hiyo wameloot. Kenya hakuna kitu. Na watu wengine unasikia wenye wana vichwa mzuri wanasema tutam. Bro, sister, wewe ustahili kuwa Mkenya. Wewe ustahili kuwa Mkenya bwana. Wewe unastahili kwenda kukaa huko Sudan ama huko Uganda ama huko Tanzania. Kenya yetu hakuna kitu bwana. Imechukuliwa bwana. Hakuna kitu. Usijivunie kuwa hapa timu Kenya na hii serikali. Hakuna.
The last 4 years, William Ruto and his cronies have been involved in an historic high-level grabbing of land and misuse of public lands. For instance, 2,800 acres have been grabbed by Ruto and his cronies in Kebiko, Kajiado. 6,000 acres of land in Owasso Kedong in Suswa has been grabbed. 5,000 acres of land, Kyobo in the Masai Mara, has been grabbed. 1,000 acres of land for Puko and Limanet within Narok Township has been grabbed. Over 7,000 acres of land of Olokuto adjudication section in Narok North. Kehoto land, about 300 landowners risk being thrown out of their 700 acres of land. Davivi land in Naivasha has been grabbed by William Ruto, who has put up a home and he is growing wheat and maize in the farm. Banita settlement scheme, 14,000 acres of land have been grabbed. Olongai land, about 167,000 people are at the risk of eviction as this land is being grabbed. Egerton University land, Oscar Sudi, Samburu, and William Ruto have grabbed 2,000 acres of land meant for the university where they are doing wheat farming. Patriotic Kenyans, health has long been one of Kenya's foremost national priorities. The Republic of Kenya is in a state of lawlessness and anarchy. In 4 years, William Ruto has achieved the unimaginable. There is total breakdown of law and order. goons have taken over the legal mandate and the role of the National Police Service. The CS for Interior, the PS for Internal Security, who are duty-bound to secure Kenyans and their property, are the key planners and financiers of goons in the country. The rule of law has been suspended in the country. The DCI Director, Mohammed Amin, has been deployed by William Ruto to provide cover-up of extrajudicial killings and abductions in the country.